If someone would have told me 10 years ago, 15 years ago, Erin, you're gonna have a child die from drugs, I would have looked at them and said, not me. Like, maybe them, but not me. And I see that so differently now. He was a funny kid. He would light up the room. He was always making jokes or just doing goofy things. So that really describes like Logan in a nutshell. He loved cats and loved people and loved his family.
He was extremely intelligent. He was in the gifted and talented program at school growing up, and he went through the Waukesha school system. He loved to travel. He was curious about everything. He loved to read. He was just a really giving, loving child.
Miley was just the most amazing kid. She was just a ball of energy and light and love, and she liked everybody. She wanted to experience everything in the world. And we are a bereaved family who are heartbroken over the loss of our angel.
Tragically, in May 15th, 2014, our lives changed. And on that morning, we lost Archie to an accidental fentanyl poisoning. And at the time, I didn't know that's what it was. And since that tragic day, our lives have never been the same.
She bought one dose and she brought it home. And that night, after we literally had tucked her into bed, and meaning as a 19-year-old gone in and said, you know, love you, good night. And sometime in the middle of the night, she took half of it and it killed her while she slept, while we were down the hall.
It was something that he had snorted that was laced with a fentanyl. And he had no idea he was going to die. He was full of life.
So it really was more about mental health than drugs. This wasn't out partying. It was, I'm going to sleep in bed watching a movie, cuddled up with her dog, and she never woke up.
And I feel as a parent, I am just an advocate. And all I try to do is share my story, my love for my son, not let his memory die, but let his spirit, his story, and all the other beautiful souls that were lost because of this epidemic.
These are people, and they made a mistake, and they didn't have a goal to become addicted to a substance or to go down a path if they are down that path, or even if it was a one-time mistake they made, they deserve to have the chance to recover.
In my mind, I wish I could talk to every parent going through this and tell them to try to find a way to let go of the guilt. This was not your fault. This was not their fault.
Say their names. Don't be afraid to talk about the loved ones that have died. And if you have lost a child due to the epidemic, or a brother, sister, or mother, say their names. Ask your family member to talk about it.
Never say not my child or my brother or sister. That is so important. That really would have been me. And we are very transparent to say, yes, we struggled with him, but he made a choice. Like, this is hitting every family, every type of family, every area of our country. Kids are gonna make mistakes, they experiment. You know, COVID hit kids really hard. There's just so many kids are struggling with mental health. They're looking for ways to cope.
And we just have to have some kind of compassion for that, and need to get involved and understand and really try to help people get the help that they need and get recovery.